Hello, South Texas. Welcome to another edition of Pass the Mic, the official podcast of the Aransas Pass Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center. I'm Roland Rodriguez.
And I'm Rosemary Vega. I'm with the Aransas Pass Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center.
And I'm Megan Ray. I'm the director here at the SPCA San Patricio County.
Also known as the Sandra Sue Benson Adoption Center. Am I right?
Sir. Yes, sir.
So thank you for hanging out with us. Really appreciate it. I know this is a wonderful place. You guys do a great job of doing what y'all do, which is taking care of animals in our area. A lot of folks don't understand. A lot of hard work goes into this. It's just not one person. It's a village here in the Aransas Pass.
Yes. It's 7 days a week, 365 days a year. It's always hard work. We've got a few employees here, and we're here from 8 in the morning until 4 p.m. We do cleanups from 8 to 11, and then 3 to 4. And in the meantime, we love on them and try and make them feel like they're at home before they go to their forever
That is
homes.
the hardest part, because we were talking earlier. We were talking about how do you not get attached? Because every animal comes in, they just need love. They just need that attention. And then the longer they're here, the longer you get attached. So how do you separate that?
So I always tell people, these are my work babies, and then I go home to my actual fur babies at home. I appreciate coming here every day and spending time with them, and then I go home to my peace and quiet with my 2 dogs and 2 cats, but it's taken a long time to detach and not try to take everybody home.
It's hard. I know, Rosemary, she has 30 cats. I couldn't imagine her coming to work and then playing with all the cats and being their mom here, and then going home and not able to...
Not taking any with her.
Hey, I need
sticks outside, and I'm trying to get a cat crossing sign too. So when people pass by, they slow down.
Cute. Yeah, slow down.
But it's hard though.
Yes, it absolutely is.
But it takes a certain. I don't know if people could hear, but we have dogs barking because we take all types of animals here, right?
Yes, we take anything. If we have the space for it, we used to have a blue and gold macaw in the cage behind us for a couple of years. He passed away at the beginning of March, and he was our best buddy up here for a few years. So we're always open to birds. We have a guinea pig up there. We had a rabbit for a few months. It got adopted at the end of April. We take cats, dogs, anything like that. We're open to anything.
And now
except for spiders.
Yeah,
we don't do spiders.
What about bigger? And has anybody ever tried to bring you a horse or anything?
We have. We don't have the facilities.
Saying,
we actually have gotten calls about horses and goats and pigs. We don't have the facility for the farm animals and stuff like that, but the little guys that we can put on a desk or table or
we have a
that
donkey.
Kind of a thing. Yeah. I love if we could have a fence with some goats. That way they could do the yard work. That'd be great.
That would be awesome.
They would just do their thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Just let them go out there,
Just sit on top of your car.
And they eat brush too, though. So any tree limbs or whatever, they'll take care of that.
It would be better for our handyman Devin up here. For him, he'd have an easier job.
So let's talk about SPCA. What's y'all's mission here?
Our mission here is to we spay and neuter all of our animals up here, get them all vaccinated, and we try to find them loving homes for them to spend the rest of their life.
And
with.
that's not easy, is it?
No, it's not.
What's y'all's biggest challenge, you think?
Getting people in here. Yeah, getting people in here, and with our dogs, we don't do same-day adoptions anymore. That way we make sure they're going to good homes that are going to take care of them. It's all about making sure that they vet their current animals and are going to vet the dogs here, because heartworm's a big thing for dogs down here with the mosquitoes. So we try to make sure that if they're going home, they're not going to a home where they're going to end up with heartworm and possibly get brought back or anything like that.
And you really think about it, that each animal that's adopted, y'all make sure y'all screen every client.
Yes.
Because like you just said, you want them to go to the right home, because some people don't have the right intentions.
Exactly. We don't ever want an animal to go into a worse situation. The shelter here, people get sad seeing the animals here, but we love on them every day. We give them our all whenever we're up here. So we want them to go into a home where people are going to give them their whole heart and love on them and treat them well.
So your goal is to we just need foot traffic so they can come see what we have here.
Absolutely.
And so how many animals do y'all house here?
Usually we like to stay between 40 and 45 animals. Right now we're at about 47, so we're a little over capacity.
And we already no-kill shelter, right?
Yes, we are a no-kill shelter, so nobody gets put down. They stay up here until they find their forever home. So we have dogs out there that we've had for between 3 and 4 years that have grown up here at the kennel and just haven't ever gotten adopted, but we try to find them loving homes as well.
And that's, and again, how do you think we can get more foot traffic through here?
I mean, honestly, it starts with volunteers. We'd love more volunteers to come up here. You don't have to do the nasty stuff like picking up the poop or scooping cat boxes or anything like that. We love people to come and just socialize with all that. Yeah, Roland can do that. Roland can do that. We appreciate people that just come up here and socialize with the animals. It's always good for the dogs to see new people. The cats are constantly wanting to be loved on and played with. So if you can just take time out of your day to come up here and volunteer, even if it's just for an hour, 30 minutes, give the dog some treats, we would appreciate that.
Talk about when you walk into the building here, what it's a big, spacious, I won't say unit, but facility.
Yeah, definitely.
So we have areas for our dogs in the back.
Yes, we have what I call their overnight kennels. They're under a shade structure on concrete, so they've got beds and igloos to go into out there. We set up big fans so they can cool off during the hot summer, and then we have what we call runs, which is like their exercise kennels for the dogs. So we take them all out there every day, and we've got some yard dogs that are roam loose out there. We have cat rooms that have catios, so the cats can go outside and climb on trees and fences and stuff in a safe enclosed area. We've got 3 main cat rooms with cat shelves everywhere. They get toys, scratching pads. I mean, they live their best life here.
Yeah. So we walk in there and they're excited to see any human.
Yeah,
even
exactly.
me. They're hey, he's not a cat guy, but I think
I think he'll love on me.
He'll like me.
They ran straight to Rosemary. They knew.
Oh yeah, she has 30 cats. She goes, she's a cat lady.
Yeah.
She probably has one in her purse.
Might have to pat her down before she leaves. Right. Doesn't steal anybody.
So as far as like someone, what's the process when it comes to adoption? Is it a lengthy process or is it really quick and simple?
So usually it takes about 1 to 2 days. It honestly depends on how busy we are up here. You'll fill out an adoption application if you find somebody that you really love up here. The main thing is vet checks. So we call the vet. If you have any previous animals, we make sure that they are fully vetted. And then if you are a new pet owner, we make you establish a vet. That way we know once you take an animal, they'll be consistently taken to the vet.
So it seems like a pretty easy process.
Yeah, pretty easy process.
But the hard process is getting people to adopt these animals.
Exactly.
So how do y'all keep the doors open? I would think that's the biggest challenge.
Yeah, so we are privately funded. We're not funded by the state or anything like that. So it's all donations and grants. So we apply for as many grants as we can, and we go to as many events as we can to get our name out and have people try and come up here and donate and that sort of a thing.
And also the volunteer process as
yes.
well. The more volunteers, the more...
Yeah, the more word to mouth, people post about us, that kind of a thing.
And that's that's hard just to keep the doors open every day because we have to take care of 40 plus animals every day.
Yes.
And without that, so we obviously, if someone wants to donate monetary, or obviously food, blankets, or whatnot.
Yeah.
What's the process for that?
So food and bedding and anything like that can be brought up to the shelter here off of 1069. Monetary donations you can do in person. We take anything, any form of payment. We take check, cash, card. We also have a PayPal, Cash App on our website. We also have a link to donate on our website.
Do you have a phone number where they can call you? Or
yes, our phone number is 361-332-1445, and we're always ready to answer the phones and help out anybody that needs help.
What's y'all's website at? The address.
SPCA. I'm like, it's kind of long. SPCA San Pat.com.
Very good. Yeah. So let's talk about us as a chamber. We've been partners for a little while.
Yeah.
You guys are nonprofit, as you mentioned.
Yes.
How's that partnership worked? Because I know recently, through the Leading Ladies with Rosemary, they did I guess it was just several months ago that we had a big event, and we raised not only funds but also donations for not only this animal shelter, but shelters
Animal
around
well.
our area.
Yeah.
So how has that partnership benefit you guys?
It's been amazing. Like you said, the donations, y'all raised a bunch of money for us last year, and we got a lot of food and toy donations, which was amazing. The animals loved it. Y'all host us for mixers, and y'all keep us in the loop of everything that's going on. So it's great to be a part of y'all's chamber.
Yeah, and I was going to ask Rosemary, how did that come about? How did y'all think of how can we help SPCA?
So, you're talking about Aransas, Sinton, Portland, and Ingleside, and we always choose a nonprofit that is really servicing the entire county. And we wanted to do something for our animal shelters. We knew every city has an animal shelter, but specifically SPCA serves all of us. And so that everybody got, the toys, the food, and all that, but SPCA got the monetary donation that we raised money for through the event. So.
And obviously that was a huge.
Yes,
Were you
it was
surprised
amazing.
when we stopped by and said, "Hey"?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we love getting donations, but it's always a surprise. We're always so grateful because it keeps our doors open one day longer.
And then you guys were honored at the event. That's even better.
It was amazing.
Even better. And so again, this is something that we talked about as far as like just trying to get people in. And I think if anybody could, like you said, have an hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours of their time. Come out here and volunteer, because not only does it help you guys relieve a little stress on the workload, but it also helps the animals see strangers, because they see y'all's face every day.
Yeah.
So they see a stranger, they can get more, I guess,
acclimated, to seeing new people. Like I said, our Cujo, which he's not actually a Cujo, but Bubba, he's been here since he was a puppy, and he's not used to people coming up here because we don't have much foot traffic, but to everybody that works here, I mean, he's the sweetest dog ever. But most people wouldn't know that just walking out there and looking at the kennel. So he's one that you have to spend some time with.
You walked up to him, his tail's going crazy. I walked up to him, he was like, I don't know you. He barked at me, but his tail was still wagging.
Yes, he's a good dog.
He's good people.
Yes. Roland's always an amazing guy. So the dogs know it. Even if they're a little skeptical, they know deep down.
They could tell a good person from a bad person.
Yeah, absolutely.
They have that animal instinct.
Yes.
So Megan, you mentioned that you're at capacity right now, right? So what happens? How do you get the animals, and do you have to turn them away too when you're at capacity?
So unfortunately, we do have to turn away people a lot of the time. We get them from owner surrenders. People find strays. We pull from animal controls whenever they're needing help and are full. We really try to help out everybody. If I can't help them pulling them into the shelter, I always make a courtesy post on our Facebook to try and get any of our followers to adopt them straight from the people that found them. But with dogs, bringing them in, we always have to have a heartworm test, because unfortunately we don't have a big budget, so they have to be heartworm negative, because that treatment ranges anywhere from $1,200 to almost $2,000, and we have to treat them before we can get them adopted out. And then the cats have to be FELV, FIV negative, because we have those community cat rooms, so they can't share boxes with cats that have that disease.
That sounds like a lot.
Yes.
So how do you keep saying?
So you have an intake. There's an intake process, right?
Yes, we have an intake process. So we hold every animal for at least 2 weeks. If they're newborn kittens or anything like that, we hold them until they can get spayed and neutered, and then they get moved into our community cat rooms.
And do we have foster homes? Do y'all deal with a lot of foster folks? Because not everyone loves animals, but not everybody can take in the animals as to adopt them. So do y'all work closely with foster folks?
We actually don't have any fosters right now. That was a main thing I wanted to bring up on the podcast, was trying to get more fosters in. Because if we have people that will foster the animals and take them into a home, that frees up a kennel here that we could help save another life. So fosters are a big part of rescue.
Until we get them adopted.
Yes, exactly.
Is there an adoption fee?
Yes, so our dogs are $150, and then our cats are $100. But they come spayed, neutered, microchipped, up to date on shots. They've been on heartworm prevention, or if they were heartworm positive, they've been treated. They're on monthly flea and heartworm prevention and everything like that. So they come fully loaded.
Oh, so they don't.
You can't beat that.
You don't have to worry about the added stress when you adopt an animal.
Exactly.
Make sure you got to take care of all that, because you guys take care of it.
Yes, we do.
Which is good. Do y'all have an in-house vet?
We do not. So I take our animals to Cross Point.
I thought you were going to say, no, but I do.
No. That would be illegal, Roland.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
No, we take them to Cross Point in Taft, and then to get them spayed and neutered, I actually take them to the Star Mobile Clinic in Corpus, because they have cheaper rates for us to go get them fixed, and we can help more animals that way.
So that's good that you have a lot of partnerships.
Yes.
Because it would be even harder because our money's already stretching as far as it can, and so
absolutely.
This is a great deal. Again, how can the community get involved on being a part of the SPCA?
Honestly, just come up here, show your face, get familiar with us. Volunteers, fosters, even if you can't commit to coming up here once a week, twice a week, anything like that, just stop by and come see and hang out with the animals.
Days like regularly or anything like that?
We try to once a month either do a cat cafe or a puppy pizza party. So we do reduced adoption fees, and then we have free coffee and donuts with the cat cafes, and then we have free pizza and soda with the dogs.
And when are those held?
Usually the first Saturday of every month, and we post it on our Facebook page.
Okay, so if they want anyone, just make sure they follow you guys on the social media platform,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
Or your website, because all that information is posted.
Posted on there. Yes,
And
sir.
this is something you do.
Yes.
You know what? You know, we talked about the partnership with the chamber. We talked about the facility here, but you. Why do you do this? Because I think like any other calling, doctor, lawyer, teacher, you have to be, that person there's got to be a certain character about that person that actually love their job.
Yeah.
And
I wake up every morning loving my job.
Yeah, you beam with excitement.
Yeah.
So why do you do this every day, knowing that it's not
the easiest?
Yeah, not the easiest job.
I love it because most people don't want to deal with people. I love the people aspect and the animal aspect. I get to come to work and
most people don't want to deal with people, so they deal with animals.
Yeah, but I like both. I like both sides of it. So I get to inform the public. I get to have people match up with animals that end up being their forever friends.
You're a matchmaker.
Yes, I'm technically a matchmaker. That's a good way to put it. Yeah,
you're a matchmaker.
But I grew up always wanting animals, and I never could because I grew up in apartments that wouldn't let us have dogs. I had a single mom, so she couldn't juggle 3 kids and an animal. So I come up here and I pour all my love into these guys, and now I have my own personal pets.
That's amazing. And when did you just wake up and say, you know what? Yeah, that whole lawyer thing's not me, but I can take care of animals.
Actually, I saw a Facebook post. I was taking care of my grandpa who suffered a stroke after high school. My grandma ended up retiring, and they posted that they needed help up here. So I applied, and I started working here in January of 2021. I went and worked for a boarding kennel for a little bit. That wasn't my passion because at the end of the day, those dogs had homes to go to. I knew that they were going and getting love.
You had a purpose.
Yes, I liked having a purpose here to make animals go to their forever homes and meet up with the right people and everything like that.
Well, we appreciate it, and I know San Patricio County and Aransas Pass appreciates all the great things you do here with you and your staff, and SPCA is a wonderful facility. That's where we're always trying to help, and I know that if anyone out there is watching this or listening to this, we need volunteers, we need monetary donations, but more importantly, we need someone to adopt these animals.
Yes, absolutely.
And it just takes that one step,
one person, one perfect person,
and after that, next thing you know, you're walking out here with and these animals could change your life.
Yes, absolutely. I know my dogs have. They've got me through some pretty dark times, and they become your family pretty quick. So.
Yeah, they listen to you without you. No, they don't judge you.
Nope, they don't judge you. Most of them don't talk back.
Yeah, well, I think Rosemary's cats. I think they judge.
Have you ever seen one in the house? She's a diva.
And when you see that she posts a picture, that cat has attitude.
Hey, some of them do.
My son's really attached to his dog. He says it's his best friend.
Yep. That's how my dogs are. Absolutely.
Yeah, they're an extension of us.
Yes.
And they're like you said, they become our best pal.
Yeah.
And best part is, they don't judge you.
Yes.
That's what I like about that. Again, let people know how can they get in touch with you if they're thinking about volunteering, becoming a foster, or just donating to a great facility like this.
So you can always come up to the shelter. We're open every day except for Wednesdays from 11 to 3. You can come meet us in person. The volunteer and foster applications are going to be in person. If you want to make a donation, you can call that in. You can go on our website. All of it is for a nonprofit, so it's a tax write-off for any donation that you make. And yeah, we just appreciate anybody coming in here and helping us in any way that they can.
Well, thank you so much for hanging out with us. You made our day. Just kind of enlightened us of what you guys do here, because we have an idea, but not until you come here and actually do a walkthrough and sit down and talk with you, you understand that there's so much more than just coming down here and playing with
the animals. Yeah, absolutely.
So much more.
Yes.
I think we're about done, Rosemary.
Just a reminder that it is graduation season, so if someone wants
A gift.
Great gift.
right.
Yes, we have
Great.
some amazing dogs out there that are just looking for their forever homes, and we've got some sweet, sweet kitties up here that are looking for their forever homes as well.
But things are happening, and of course our big fishing tournament. We know that's going on. That is
that's always
happening.
fun.
Yeah, the Hotties on the Harbor, our annual Hotties on the Harbor all-female fishing tournament is going to be taking place the weekend of August 2nd.
Always the first Saturday of August.
Yeah, so if you want more information, you want to register, sign up a team, you want to sponsor. We're always looking for sponsors. We always need help, and you sponsor a team as well. So this year's going to be, every year's gotten bigger, so I'm expecting even a bigger crowd this year because this is one of the most funner. This is the most fun. That's the most funner event ever.
It's fun and it's not as much work as shrimpery is.
That is true.
Not even a little bit.
That is true. The only time I have to work is when I have to go. This is the hardest part when I go get video of the participants, the contestants, the competitors.
Yeah.
Trying to find them out there. Everyone has their secret hotspot, and then I'm calling them. Hey, where you guys located?
Where are you going?
Oh, we're over
And they don't want to
here.
give it to you,
Yeah,
huh?
I'm like, well, okay, thanks. Well, you're not going to be in our video. Yeah, the annual Hotties on the Harbor all-female fishing tournament is taking place the first weekend of August, and it's a lot of fun. If you haven't signed up, please sign up your team, sponsor a team, or sponsor the event. We're always looking for sponsors, and all you have to do is visit our website or give us a call at the chamber at 361-758-2750, or follow us on our social media pages because all the information is there, and we're always looking for members. We need members. Members of the chamber are our lifeblood. So if you want to become a new member, and we'll throw an incentive out, Rosemary.
We are?
You join the chamber
You get a
next
free roll
week.
of toilet paper or what?
No.
During COVID.
As soon as you sign up, we are doing our podcast at your place.
Perfect.
Okay.
We're doing a podcast. You're a new member. You get first dibs on the next podcast. How about that? You dictate when you want to do it, and we will let you be a part of this. That's such an incentive, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is.
It's like, be a member and hang out with us.
It was great hanging out with y'all today.
We appreciate it. Like I said, everything
appreciate
you
you
do.
guys.
And until next time.
Yes.
All right. We'll see you. That's it. That's a wrap. Another episode of Pass the Mic, the official podcast of the Aransas Pass Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center. We will see you next time. And as always, stay safe and take care of your neighbor.
Bye.
Bye.